Hello, gorgeous, and welcome to a new series on my channel called Meditation Mondays. Many of you guys know that I am a Kundalini Yoga teacher, which is the yoga of awareness. It combines postures and movements and breath work and body locks and all these different things to give you a beautiful experience of yourself, your true self, and to help you get rid of fear and anxiety and cleanse your blood and detoxify your system. And there are kriyas and postures and meditations and all of these things for so many different things, thousands of them, and I thought I would start sharing them with you guys. I know many of you that have been in my communities have already experienced Kundalini Yoga or meditation. I also teach some live classes online, which those will be available again soon to you guys if you want to do them, but I thought it would be fun to start something called Meditation Mondays. When I discovered Kundalini Yoga 2 years ago, it completely changed my life. Having a daily meditation practice and just a time for me to sit down and be with me and to just breathe, to play mantra, to sometimes chant mantra, to just focus on kind of nothing, be an observer of my thoughts and quiet my mind, I was really able to relieve so much of the daily stress that I was carrying around with me. I would have anxiety symptoms like heart palpitations and dizziness and nausea and heartburn and so many physical symptoms of daily anxiety that I was struggling with. And Kundalini Yoga is really where that all changed for me. That's where kind of this natural anxious tendency and energy that I've had my whole life started to dissipate. And it's where I really felt this like physical weight lift off of me, because you know you can really feel weighed down and heavy from mental and emotional stress and anxiety and just discomfort and depression and just sadness and so many different things that we carry around with us. And Kundalini Yoga and having a daily meditation practice or a daily practice or just even working this in every now and then is something that kind of like wipes the slate clean. It kind of gives you that like fresh look and that deep breath, that sigh of relief and that like exhale that we all need, right? So I thought it would be really fitting today to do a very cleansing meditation to start off our Meditation Mondays. And this is just a 1-minute practice. You can do it up to 3 minutes. And it is called Sitali Pranayam. And Pranayam is a breath practice. So it's a breathing meditation. And I find breathing meditations or mantra meditations to be really amazing for beginners because it gives you something to focus on instead of just like the craziness that's happening in your mind all the time, right? Because we sit down to meditate and then we're like, okay, what's that on the to-do list? And I gotta go pick the kids up from school. And you get done with your meditation and you're like, I just thought the whole time. So the key isn't to not think during meditation, it's just to like observe what's happening. A lot of people think that the whole point of meditation is to just like be still and be quiet and have nothing happening in your mind. For women, many of you know, that is so hard to do. And for men, it's really hard to do too, but for women especially, we have so many connections in there happening all the time and like so much running around. It's like a hamster on a wheel all the time, right? And so it's really hard to just like quiet the mind completely. But meditation gives us a tool to let us be an observer of what's happening and not like attached to the sadness or attached to the fear or attached to the anxiety or attached to the depression, right? Or attached to the future or attached to the past, because so much of stress and fear and worry is the past and the future. And so meditation gives us a moment to be present. It gives us a moment to observe what's happening and just not attach to it. So that's really the goal. The goal is to focus on this breath pattern, what we're doing, and just focus on the breathing. Even if you have to say to yourself, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's that simple. So before I get into the breath pattern, something that we always do in Kundalini Yoga is we always tune in. Now, we call it tuning in, but it's really just a little bit of chanting at the beginning of class. I know you've probably heard or seen in yoga classes where they'll chant like Om, Om, or they'll chant, you know, different things. And what that does is it really brings you into like a vibrational frequency, because sound has a vibration and every vibration has a frequency. Sound has a frequency, and mantra has a frequency that elevates your spirit and just elevates the space that you're in. It just gives you this like elevated space to practice in, right? You know how, like, think about when you hear a song that you really love. You're driving in the car and you're on a road trip with your girls and a song comes on the radio and you're like, yes! And it like brings back so many good memories and it makes you really, really happy. I kind of attribute tuning into that. So like, it's not like, oh wow, this is my favorite song ever. But when I tune in, I know like, I'm in my space. Like, I'm safe, I am protected, and I am ready to meditate. And it just like clears the area so that you can just like let go of whatever you came into it with and be like, all right, we're here. Let's do this. So that's really what chanting the mantra is all about. And it's about just like setting the tone for your meditation. Just like when you have your favorite playlist and you're on that road trip and you're just like whooping it up and you're like singing in the car with the top down. If you drive a convertible, I don't, but that would be awesome. That's what it's like, you know how you like set the tone with music a lot of times, and you have emotional reactions or attachments to different songs. Like the tune in really just like sets the tone for, okay, now we meditate, or now we practice a posture or a kriya. So that's what we're going to do first. And in Kundalini, we chant it 3 times through our mantra, and it's called the Adi mantra, and it's Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And we'll chant it 3 times through, and I'll just go ahead and demonstrate it. You guys, if this is totally new to you, just listen. It's totally fine. If you want to join in, if you want to just be like, to the different sounds and just kind of hum along until you learn it, totally fine. I'm also going to have the words up on the screen for you too. So bring your hands to heart center. I usually rub them together just to create some warmth and new energy. Hands come to prayer pose right at your heart center. Eyes are gently closed. Taking a big inhale through the nose. And exhale. And then we'll tune in by chanting the Adi mantra 3 times through. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Just follow along. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale through the nose. Suspending the breath at the top, so holding the breath at the top, relaxing the belly out. And exhale, relax the hands down. So our breath pattern today is a very simple inhale and exhale. You're going to inhale through a rolled tongue. So if you guys ever done that like taco tongue, like that, where you roll it up into that taco shape, if you can't do it, you're just going to slightly stick your tongue out through your lips like this with a slight gap in between your upper lip and your tongue, so it'll look like this. If you can roll it, you're going to look like this. And you're going to inhale through a rolled tongue, just long and slow and deep and yummy, just like letting your belly expand, breathing into that diaphragm, just filling your body up with new oxygen. And then you'll close your mouth and exhale long through the nose. Try to keep the inhale or work to get the inhale and the exhale equal. But it's okay if the exhale comes like a little bit faster than the inhale at first. So that's really it, you guys. This is a cleansing, a detoxifying breath, a calming and cooling breath, and it also gives you strength and vitality and power. This is like my back pocket meditation. If I, at night specifically, am laying in bed, because this happens to me all the time, you guys, I don't know about you, but nighttime, especially pregnant Abby, when I can't get comfortable in my bed, I'm just like kind of tossing and turning, and I'm like, oh, I can't sleep. And so then I start thinking about everything I have to do the next day, and I just like kind of get like worked up. I instantly start this breath pattern, which is called Sitali Pranayam, and you may have done it before, might be familiar with it, and I just start doing it, and I'll just fall asleep doing it. It's a really beautiful, calming, cooling breath that also gives you strength and vitality and power, and so it's really great. I love it so much, and I do it all the time. Like anytime that I start to feel like stress coming on, or like start getting stressed out, I'm like, and I just start breathing. So you're going to close your eyes. I'm going to time you so you don't need to set a timer. So close your eyes just gently. We practice Kundalini Yoga meditation with our eyes closed or slightly open sometimes, depending on the posture that we're doing. But eyes are closed for this. You're looking right in and up to that third eye point. And we're going to go ahead and begin. So roll your tongue or stick it out between your lips and inhale through that taco-shaped tongue. Long and deep. Exhale through the nose, and then repeat. letting the breath get deeper with every inhale. Lengthening the breath, taking in more life force energy, the oxygen, expanding the belly, keeping the belly and the diaphragm soft, breathing into the ribs, into the diaphragm, into the belly, and all the way up into the chest and the throat. And then closing and exhaling through the nose, long and deep, trying to keep that breath at the same length. Inhale and exhaling the same length. Keeping your mouth closed, inhale deeply through the nose. Suspending the breath at the top. And exhale. That was 60 seconds of that breath, you guys. How do you feel? Sound off in the comments below. I would love to hear your experience with this really simple practice, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this meditation. Give this video a thumbs up if you're really excited about Meditation Mondays, and you can't wait for next week's already. I love you all so much. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Sat Nam.